Okay, so let's just start. So what's Teezily in principle? It's a perfect platform if you want to set up your designs on a t-shirt or a hoodie or some other apparels and send it out and have no hassle with the whole printing, the whole shipping, all that stuff. You are the creative guy, you're the guy who has the idea, who make the design, or maybe have a design on hand, you make the design for you. Then you set up your ad, typically on Facebook or some other sources. And if you did well, you get nice numbers and let the thing run. And Teezily does all the rest for you. So that's in principle, in a few words, say the main thing here. So Teezily is the Europe's leading shirt campaign platform for all the internet marketers targeting customers all over Europe. They are concentrating on Europe. So especially for the US guys, for example, who want to tap into the almost no competition here on the European market. It's a perfect platform for you because they are concentrating on Europe, shipping to Europe. And they have also, as you know, in Europe you have many languages here. So it's perfect for multilingual and also multi-currency. You have the euro here, but I will show you later on some countries still have different currencies, and you have to need a partner who supports this. Without that you couldn't really ship to them. So at the moment the platform is available in English, in German, in Spanish, French and Italian, and they're working hard to extend it to other languages like Polish and Danish, Swedish, Portuguese, Greek and Dutch language, and more coming there. And the cool thing is, when your customer or your client coming to their platform, it automatically switches to their language they set up in their browser. So if somebody coming from Germany to the platform, it changes to German. If somebody coming from UK, so it changes to English or US. Somebody coming from US, it changes to English again, and other Spanish, French or so. And also with the currency. So this is a nice feature, but beside that, people still can change. So they have some little flags, and people just click them and change like they are used to it on a web platform. And what else is Teezily? What I saw, they have really attractive base prices here in Europe. I was surprised about. I had some rumors about that there are other competitors here, and they always claim about Teezily would be not have these price points, and I said, okay, I want to see this. I want to compare them, and I was really surprised then when I saw the real numbers, and I was wondering about why are these rumors going around. And in the end, I can understand why, because there's one thing you have to think about in Europe. There's the VAT. This is something we people here in Europe, they know about this, but some of the US guys, they're always surprised if you talk about, hey, the price here includes VAT, and they ask, what is the VAT? So there's something here for the end client, the consumer. If you buy something for, let's say, for €5, and then if you live in Germany, for example, they're coming 19% VAT on top of it, like a tax. So value added tax, what is the name for it? So always, if you compare prices of different things, you always have to know, if you're selling something to the end consumer, you have to include the VAT. Everything else is illegal. And so you only can compare prices on this level, including VAT. And this is something which I saw then later. I will also show you a few examples where so there might be the reason for this rumor coming on. Some people compare different prices. Some people compare prices of without VAT and then the ones with VAT included, and there's a big difference then, because it's something like 19-20% or so the tax here, and this makes the difference. So they have really a nice online editor which you can upload your images which you made before, or you can just simply type in some text stuff, which is for really quick. You can set up a t-shirt in 5 minutes, so it's very easy. Different fonts there, different colors and so on. I will also show you later a few examples. I like their payout. It's very fast, and they pay out with different Pioneer, bank direct transfer, and also with PayPal. And at PayPal, I love that they pay the PayPal fee for us. So, for example, if I get €300, usually on Teespringer, so if you get $300 or $500, you pay then the fee. So it's something like a few percentage, 3 to 5% depending. So there's always some money cut off from this 500. But if you go on Teezily and you have €300 to pay out, you get the €300. They pay the fee for you. That's really a nice thing. And they help you, for example, if you want to set up campaigns for different countries and different languages and so on, they help you with the translation and also with the design for this stuff. So lots of stuff, and live support chat, cool features. So let's go into details. I just look in the questions box if there are any questions, so just type it in the box. I might look at it sometimes, but we have definitely at the end of the presentation we have the Q&A going on where you can simply we go through every question then and just answer them. So just type it in. Okay, some stats here what I got from them. They have already almost 26,000, a few more campaigns launched. And I was really impressed by this number already, and they gave me also some numbers here. So different kinds of clubs or different kind of groups who launched campaigns here, so charities, so social networks going on. Also some sales about what type of shirts, what size of shirts going on, so different sizes here. Somewhat also for the US guys, this is something I learned a few weeks ago for the first time. If you go to the US, for example, you order a shirt in XL, it's not the same XL in Europe here. Even it's the same name or so. There's a difference. Typically it's a different by 2 sizes, by 2 numbers. So an XL shirt here in Europe is something like XXL in the US. So always think about this. There's a reason why they have some in Europe. We have not this triple XL, quadruple XL, whatever thing. The biggest one is here typically XXL, which would be XXX. No, wait a moment. Quadruple XL. I mean XXL in US. It's something to think about. That was new to me also. But now I understand why you have this in US. You have these big XXL numbers. In here, Europe typically they stop at 2XL or 3XL, not more. There is always these number differences of 2 there. So how it works now for you? In principle, you make the design and you advertise it. So that sounds easy, but yeah, to be successful, you also need to know a few things about. So first of all, cool design or nice design, and it should fit your niche perfectly. So the thing is best thing is start find a niche so where you think you know something about it, which you like, maybe by yourself, or where you have a passion for, and then start a few designs. In the beginning, it's very usual that it will not run perfectly in the beginning. You might see 1 sale or 2 sales or so, but not too much or so. Don't hesitate. This is normal. Everybody who is successful now on this t-shirt business went through this time. It's totally normal. Never give up. Try to connect to our Facebook groups or so. You should always try to connect. You should always not try to just connect to the Teezily group here. There's a Teezily University, and we have also local groups going on in different native local languages, like Teezily Academy for Germany, for example, where you can post in your question in German, or also other ones in Spanish, I think, in French, and so on. Connect here, ask your questions. Lots of people in there helping you. Also, if you want to do more about learning about how you make advertisement and so on Facebook and then all this kind of stuff, we will come up with some more hints, with some more videos here in the next time. Also, probably thinking about doing 1 or 2 more webinars especially about how you set up the advertisement, how you set up a campaign, things like this. So going more into the technical details in the next weeks or so. So that's the thing. You start with the whole stuff, and Teezily does all the rest for you. So once you have your design or you upload it and you have the sales score coming in, at least you need 10 sales. Then they do the printing for you, they handle the payment, they ship to the buyers, and they pay in the end, they pay the commission for you. So all the, let's call it the dirty work with the shipping and handling and printing, you don't have to do. You stay on the clean digital way, creating design, bring the traffic over, and they do all the rest for you. So some words about why to sell in Europe. Because US is already full. that's my saying. I mean, I've been there since September last year, and I have seen more and more people coming into that, more and more people coming in, especially then when Don launched his Facebook Ad Crack 2.0 a few months ago. Lots of newbies coming in, and you see it, and you see the click prices in Facebook going up. You see some niches are just overcrowded. You see people, they just see too much of this t-shirt all the time on their Facebook timeline, so they got a little bit blind for this. So you see the click rates going down. But this is not in Europe. This is in the US, because most people are doing it there. So think about go to Europe. And I was surprised by myself when I did a few tests a few months back. I got some click prices I haven't seen for a long time in the US. So it's really an almost an empty spot, I would say. Yeah. So some friends of mine doing quite in UK because they're just from US to UK. It's the same language, and but I would say the rest of it is not many people doing something here. I did some tests in Germany. I ran some campaigns, low click prices. So it's really good time now to come over and to do it in Europe or start in Europe if you don't do it yet. So I don't want to bore you with too much stats here, but a few stats would be interesting to see. So it's overall it's about 500 million people since the last count in a few years ago, and there's money in Europe. So the Europe owns one of the largest net worth in the world, and they are hot for it. At least what I saw. When you come up with the right design, there are some cultural differences between campaigns in the US and campaigns here in Europe. It's not always easy to transfer them one-to-one. For example, there's one niche in the US, it's called the country girl. It's a very successful niche, so you have some nice nice niches going on, so targeting girls, mainly girls who live in the country, are proud of it. They like to shoot, they like to drive trucks, stuff like this. They like to look at guys and say, hey, I like you. So it's a very interesting niche. When I thought about, hey, it's cool. I have seen a few nice designs. Let's do that in Germany. And I must say, I was really thinking about, holy Moses, where could I find similar niche in Germany? And up to the day today, I didn't find it. It's just not existing, I would say. But maybe somebody finds it. I would be happy to know. But just to give you an example for this, it's not easy like doing one-to-one. You have to learn about the culture of it, and it's also different in different countries. But once you crack this code, once you know this, it's powerful. There's money in there. I'll show you why. So just a few words about the Eurozone. This is the zone where every country, every person living there using the euro to pay. So on your image here, this is the blue one, it's the Eurozone. So mainly the Spain, France, part of the Germany here, not Switzerland, but the rest of Italy and so on, they are paying with the euro. So 18 countries in all. And beside that, the European Union, it's about 27 countries. So this is the rest of it, like Sweden, Poland, and so on. United Kingdom, they have still their own money there, but Teezily supports this money. I mean, they support, for example, the pound in UK, and also they support third one. I think it was the dollar. I have it later. And just to give you some ideas, what money is there. So the nominal GDP is about, you see, European Union altogether. This is the 27 plus countries. It's about 18.4. What is it, trillions? What is it? It's 18,000 billions. It should be 18 billion, something like this. Not sure about. Yeah, in the English, I think after billions comes to trillions, something like this. So you see United States and the Eurozone. It's a similar size, and there's a similar money, even a little bit more money there. So that's the reason why it's really interesting to go to Europe and sell there, and there's not so much competition at the moment. So going a little bit more into details. Where's the money now? I got this data. It's the latest data I could get from 2012. It's from the official European stats. Eurostat is the name of them. It's a government organization collecting all the stats in Europe. And what you should see there on the right side, you see the countries and population, how many people there. So obviously Germany has the most of them, then France and so on. And on the left side, it's interesting. The color here. The darker the color, the more money. So you see, for example, the really dark one, the darkest one is about, if you say the average is 100% or so, this is even more than the average. So what I was looking for, example, I wanted to see where's the money. So I would say, okay, you see UK, London area is a dark. You see then in the middle, like parts of Germany, northern Italy. In France, the whole area in Paris around, some part in the southeastern, then in Spain, the northern part, south part of Sweden, southern part of Finland. Here, there's all the big money there. So if you want to say, when you talk about geo-targeting, I would go in these countries or in these areas where really is much money in there, and there are many people. So, example, Germany is a nice example here. Lots of people and good money there, so it's a good place to start some campaigns or so. Or also UK and France and Spain or so. Just think about this one. If you think about where I should start to in Europe, there are so many countries. You could on the other side also start in Poland, but you have to know, if you see the color here, there is money there, but not that much at all, like compared to Germany or so. And but there are also not so many people. So if you look at the ratio, maybe it could be interesting again. But they pay not with the euro at the moment. If you go back to the one, you see Poland is not yet paying with the euro. Is it too? Wait a moment. Is Poland paying with euro meanwhile? I have to check this. I'm just wondering, isn't Poland paying with the euro? Maybe this this graphic is not the latest one. Anyway, that is something we can find out. Google knows about this, no problem with that. So, just a few words about which nobody tells people they are buying t-shirts in the US. There might be a big surprise for them. It does not have to, but might be. I just want to give you this example here. For example, if I buy a nice hoodie at Teespring, let's say they have a nice print on it, it costs me $48. And when I ship it to, this example is now for Germany, for example, I ship it to Germany, they pay, they want to have $12.50 for the shipping, altogether something like $60, $60, So there's something, if this comes to Europe, and in that case if it comes to Germany, anything which is below 22 euro, also that means including the price for the product and the shipping, it's free. I don't have to pay any tax on it, any VAT or whatever. Anything which is above this, and they see it, sometimes it slips through. It depends if Teespring prints on it, it's just a gift or so. But if you do it correctly, which I think, and it will not slip through, then the following comes up. So the guys at the custom, they look at it and say, okay, price of the whole thing is 60.50. This is something like around 40, 42, 43, 45 euro, depending on the daily exchange course. Then they add 90% VAT on top of it. So that means something like 8.50 euros. In the end, then it costs me 52, 53, 54 euros, compared in US dollars, something like 72, 73, in that range. That's something you have to think about. Because if you don't tell this to your buyers, they might be really, some of them might be sad about it, but most of them might be angry about it's getting more expensive. And especially if you, for example, order a few t-shirts or so, a few hoodies, and it comes above 150 euros. This is the second limit. If it comes above this level, then you not only pay the VAT, you pay also some additional tax on top of it. Could be something like 5 to 10%, because there are just some custom taxes here, which are, depending from country to country, a little bit different, but in principle they are the similar idea behind. So this is something to know if you are using, for example, Teespring, and advertise this T-shirt also in Europe, and the European buyer orders it at Teespring, he might come into this surprise here. Just to know, it does not have to, but this is the usual way. But sometimes they slip through and nobody sees, so the customer don't see it. So again, this European value-added tax, this VAT, why is it there? Well, it's just there, and it differs from country to country here in Europe, but most of them, in Germany they have 90%, some other countries have even above 20, some of them have lower. It's there. And it means as the normal buyer, not a company, but as the normal buyer buys something, always included. If I'm a company, if I'm selling something without VAT, I don't do this very long. The customs and not only the customs, the tax guys will come and just shut down my company. It's not allowed. I have to add this. There's no way around. So this is something you have to know about. Typically, it's like if the product 15 euro and you have the VAT 20%, it's 3 euro. The final price or the total price for the end customer is 18 euro. So this is something you have to know about if you compare prices here from different companies like Teezily platforms. always have to ask for them, is the EBIT included or not? Some of them don't show it because they want to have an advantage with the low prices. Some of them are correct and they show it, like Teezily, they always have this included. So think about this if you compare prices, just to understand this. Now shipping. Teezily itself is located in Paris, and they ship to all these blue countries here in Europe on the right side. And typically shipping rates are €350 for the first shirt, and all additional shirts are 1.35 then. This is what they are shipping at the moment. I heard about their plans to extend this, but as soon there will be concrete details, they will post about in their different Facebook groups, and also may come up in the next webinar or so. I heard about a few guys asking if they ship to the US. Not yet, or not at the moment. Maybe Charles knows something about this, or some plans or so. So typical delivery time, average delivery time is about something like 7 to 10 days after the end of the campaign. And they obviously they have the really good printing setup, printing system setup, so there was not almost nothing or no return after even thousands of shirts sold and sent to all over in Europe, which is really impressive for me. They help you with the translation and the design. So they have in-house guys, in-house designers, which can help you also with the translation. Let's say you know about, have an idea, or you already have a campaign running in the US and it was successful there. You want to bring it over to Europe. They can help you translating in Dutch, English, German, French, Italian, Spanish language at the moment. Simply send a message to translation@teezily.com, and also with the design. Just ask them, give them a little bit time, they help you with the design, they can implement it and so on. So this is really powerful here, and yeah, it's for free. Now for you, what's at the moment possible with their platform. So they have the multilingual, multi-currency platform, English, German, Spain, Italian and French at the moment, and also the currency of these countries. You see it on the right as example. So this is a campaign I set up, and depending on the different language you see, like the green button in Germany calls reservieren, or then in English reserve it now, and then you have it in Spanish or in Italian. Then you see that's what I told you before. It's automatically some customers of you come from these countries, it's automatically switched to this language and automatically switched to the currency. So he sees it perfectly, and I know about it. Let's say I know about the German guys. They usually, most people, they want to have a German platform to buy, so it's really important to have it in German. And also I think I could think about it. Our countries are similar. People like to buy something which they understand. They like to buy from a platform they understand the language, and not something strange, especially when we have to pay before they get the goods. So it's good to have them. And I know Teezily guys working hard here behind the on the technical side to offer them all the technical platforms, soon the same service to Polish and Danish and Swedish and other countries here. So this is really expanding very quickly, very fast, and it's really powerful. Then once they have all these languages installed, lots of new market then for you to market to. A few words about print option. That was interesting for me because I was used to from Teespring, for example, they only do screen printing and the maximum something like 8 colors or 10 colors or so. And I had sometimes about direct garment printing, and then when I first heard this, I thought, well, what is that? So I just looked a little bit into details, and in principle I can tell you in a few words about direct to garment printing. Is a very new way to print on a t-shirt. It's like a big inkjet printer where you put in, instead of paper, you put in the t-shirt, and then it prints them line by line. It's like yeah, but the cool thing is, as it's printing with almost unlimited colors. So that means you can not only, you're not limited to 8 colors or so. You could really design some beautiful artwork with some whatever gradation of colors, like have a sunset or sundown or something like this, and have a beautiful girl in front of it or whatever. It's possible with direct-to-garment printing, so it's really nice. On the other hand, the screen printing, it only works with with a few colors, but the brilliance of these colors is because it's they are still working with the mask, and like in a typical printing process, the colors are more, how can I explain this, more like they are not so much going into the garment. It's more like on top of it. It's more like a kind of a very strong and intensive colors. You see it on the right side, this example. The first one, which looks a little bit blurry or so, this is typically one which looks like an inkjet printer. So this is the DGG, the direct to garment, and the one of the bottom one, which is more like you see the fine details. So this is a typical screen printing one. So this is something you have to think about if your design also works with a few colors. Go with screen printing is perfect. Or if you want to do something special with nice colors and lots of colors, then direct to garment is also a way you can go. But technically, it's always a little bit more. Yeah. How can I say this? It's maybe a stupid example here with this only with these letters here. It works better if you have really nice artwork with lots of colors, and so then it looks beautiful. But maybe in the DTG is not the best for printing just some quotes or so. Then I would go screen printing. So they have also some nice features here, which I really like. On Teespring or so, you start your campaign and it has 0 sales. So you start your traffic, you bring people over to your landing page, your sales page, and they see, okay, nice, okay, I see the design. Oh, nobody bought something. Why should I be the first one? There's some kind of psychological barrier here. And to come around this, people typically buy their own shirts, their own hoodies or so, a few of them on Teespring, to come away from this 0, to have a 1, 2, 3 sales there already. Then it's easier for other people to come and say, okay, there have been already a few sales, so I want to buy it too. And so they buy their own shirts with the credit card or whatever, and then after a few weeks, few days or so, they cancel it again. So it's just, lots of work to do, and buying and canceling and so on. It's just a stupid way to do, but why not help them? So Teezily guys have been really smart. Say, okay, you can boost. They have some like what they call boost my campaign. Is simply what say you can set up a starting number here. Instead of 0, you can say, okay, 1 or 2 or 3 already sold. So you see it here on the example then. So it starts not with 0, so it starts with 2 sold already, which is way more easier to set up like this than buying your own shirt and later canceling this thing here. And they always give you 100%. So let's say you set up your campaign, you have to decide how many shirts will I be able to sell. So let's say maybe 50 or so. And based on this 50, then there's the calculation of your profit. Now let's say the campaign is running really cool, really well. And in the end, you maybe sold 100 or so. But the thing is, you set up your commission or what you get paid on a base of 50 shirts. Now you sold better. Some other one, like Teespring, they give you 75% of the difference between the 50 and the 100, which is not too bad actually. Teezily does it even better. They give you 100% because they just adapt the goal. So let's say in the end, they give you the same commission like you already in the beginning said, I will sell 100 t-shirts or 100 products. This is a really nice feature here. I love this one. Could be a big difference if you, for example, go and make big numbers here. And if you say, okay, I might sell 30 or 20 of them, and in the end you end up with 250 or 300 or something like this. That's a big difference then. So what's the contact? You can always chat with them. They have a chat feature on the web page itself, or you can call them or send them an email. They have usually the office time is from 9 a.m. to 20 p.m. Paris time, but I know as they're really hardworking, I have seen them at different times already, and chances are high that if you have some urgent thing or so, like just something to change the campaign, so chances are that you maybe, I say maybe, I cannot guarantee, but you maybe also can contact them outside this time. And they have different Facebook profiles, so different persons here for speaking different languages. So I would recommend, if you go for the Italy market, try to connect with Ricardo, for example, or if you go to Germany, try to connect with Mira or with Charles for different for the French market and also for the Spain one. Payout, they pay in 3 different ways, so PayPal or Pioneer or bank transfer. As I said you before, PayPal, I like that they pay the fees for you, so 300 euros payout is really 300 euros on your side, and not something like 280 and 20 euros are just gone away as a fee for PayPal. They paid for you. They do also Pioneer, so this is the one which you, for example, I don't have it, but I know about a little bit about there. You have some kind of a credit card or so, kind of a debit card, and they pay on this virtual account, and from there you can just get it out of an ATM with that card. So some people use it where PayPal is maybe not available in their countries, so as this Pioneer is available to many countries, or you can do the classical bank transfer. So different ways here. And they also offer affiliate programs. So if you, for example, know that you know lots of people there, and you can explain them how is it working because you're doing by yourself or so. They have a 2-tier affiliate program. So the first tier is you get per shirt you sold by all your affiliates. So let's say you have 10 friends of which you bring to Teezily, and all of them starting setting up campaigns and getting successful. So every shirt they sell, you get 75 cents for them, your cent. And also when they start to find our affiliates and get them. So let's say your 10 friends, all of them get 10 more friends. So that means in the end you have they have 100 friends, or 100 persons, or 100 accounts are below your account. So on this second tier you get also then 25 euros. And in the end it can be very nice numbers there in a very short time, depending on how many people you know and how they start. So I know a few people who they start with the shirts, but meanwhile they do more money with the affiliate money which they get than the shirts or so. Just think about the math behind this. Now coming a little bit into the online editor, just a few words, how is it working? Okay. I just got a message here from Enzo that I missed obviously something here. So there will be a limitation to on the affiliate on the max level. So it's not like unlimited or so. Just it should be. We can talk about this later. Then just you should know. Okay. So coming into the online editor, just a few words here. It's really simple. It's in principle 3 steps, and everybody who is has ever seen Teespring, so he will see it's quite similar, and I like that they went this way. So it's not like you have to learn again, and it's quite simple and clear. First of all, you choose your product. So this is here on the left side. Choose the product. So t-shirt or hoodie at the moment. There are new products coming in. Then you can select either I write a text or I add a picture. If you say I want to write a text, so the online editor, you just type in your text, you choose the color here, which kind of color, you choose the font, that's it. Then you see it on the t-shirt, you can move it around, you can change the size, you can also the way you sort it on left side or right side or middle, and that's it. Then you choose the color of the shirt, and if you want to go on the if you want to print something on the back side, you just click this little. Give me a second here. I think I can highlight this somehow. You see this yellow one? Okay. You just put on this, click on this little icon here. You see the back side of the shirt, and you can do the same here. So let's go back to the next slide then. So this example, if you want to add a picture here, you select add pictures, then come upload a picture. Upload a picture, you can automatically change the size and position it on the part here. You see where the printable area is, all this kind of stuff, and the same here with the background. So, but this is not all. The interesting part is the variants. So for example, you have a design, you do the design for male and female, but you want to have different color of the shirt, for example. So minimum sale in all is 10 products, and there is the slider, and the slider you can change, you can move it, so you can predict what is your estimated profit. So this is, for example, if you slide here for 30 products, or you say, okay, I want to sell 50 products or even 100 products or even more, you can play around with this, and you see then the estimated profit here depending on the products you selected before. And this is really easy. If you want to add a new product like this one, you just click on this and it comes up here. Then you change, for example, in here, this is the total price which you want to sell it for, that price, which includes already the VAT, and you see automatically what is your profit based on this number of products. So when you want to play around with this, for example, if you say, okay, I want to do 100 or so, you will see then like this total number is changing, also this number here, okay, and this one is changing, all this one. And adding more products, very simple, click on this, click on that, and so select the color then, again, add the price, that's it. Really, really nice. For uploading images, they accept GIF, PNG, JPEG pictures, or if you go vector, that means not pixelized, it's more like vectors, is the best quality, but you need a little bit more advanced tools for this, typically EPS. And the base size something like 2000 by 3000 or even higher. It does not really make sense to make it too big, but this size about, it works fine for the typically printing here. And as I say, they print on front and back. If you select it before also something on the back, you see also then the price it's including automatically here. You see this can it look like if you really add lots of variants. What I like here is really, even if you only select 10 products, other platforms then don't allow you too many variants. Typically they allow 3, 4, 5 variants or so. Teezily still allows you this long number of variants here. I think it's about 10 or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 10. Even with the lowest number of products, they allow you 10 variants, which is really cool. And you see different products, different variants, different colors, even if you like different prices here. It's really very flexible. Sizes, typically you have these ones from S to XXL. European XXL, don't forget about. Same here, female. They don't have the XXL, the XL, and also the C here to be sure what means XXL. They have really nice details here. You see the size here is the A and the length is B. You see these numbers. These are centimeters. Don't forget about, we are in Europe, these are not inches. Inches would be a little big, well, XXL would be a little bit too big probably. So runtime is you set up how long this campaign should run. So you can set it up very shortly, 1 day, 2 days, and then longer, even 20 days or so. But I would recommend don't make it too long. I typically go something like 5 or 7 days. If you make it 20 days, you have to remember somebody who orders that shirt, he has to wait these 20 days until the campaign is over, and after that he still has to wait a few days until it's printed and it's shipped to him. So in the end it could be very long. Some people don't see this, or often people don't see this, they just order it, and then after a few days they wonder and they write you maybe a message, hey, where's my t-shirt, where's my hoodie, why is not here? And then you try to explain them, hey, sorry, I have this campaign running for 20 days and after that you have to wait for another few days until shipping. Sorry, and then he says, okay, I will cancel. So you might get a lot of cancel. That's the reason I would say go something like, yeah, 5 days, 7 days, maybe 3 days if you know already it's going well. You can always set up another time, do it, run it again, it's better. Don't let people wait too long, they might cancel, and then you just, yeah, you will not be happy with that. They do auto approval, which I really like. So I saw it sometimes on other platforms that you have to wait until you get approved or so. Not here. Auto approval, as soon as you upload all the data, as soon as you said, okay, I'm gonna publish, it's published. No waiting here. That's really cool. Also, which is now more a little bit technical one, but it's important to tell about, you can do, they have both Facebook conversion pixel and the retargeting pixel, which means the conversion pixel, it's cool if you set up a funnel from Facebook. That means you advertise the t-shirt on Facebook, you set up the conversion pixel, you create the conversion pixel on Facebook, and you can set up it then here on the Teezily platform. That means as soon as somebody buys your shirt, you see it in your data on Facebook. So that's the principle for the conversion pixel. And the retargeting pixel is even cooler. All traffic, all people coming over from Facebook to the landing, to the sales page on Teezily, when you set up the retargeting pixel, these people's UID will catch, and Facebook automatically builds up custom audience for you, what is called WCA, they call it the web custom audience. And this is really powerful because you know about these people who come in here, they had been interested in your t-shirt. They might not bought it now, but if you use this web custom audience and target them again a few days later and tell them, hey, for example, hey, yeah, you can all kind of add some really nice ads which work sometimes is, hey, I know you like this t-shirt, so I got a special price for you, for example. Give them a price about €5 or $5 less, and just say to them, hey, I know you like this one, or even tell them, hey, why didn't you buy it, or something really to open their eyes, and then it can be very really successful to re-engage them with that. Or just there are some other theories out there from marketing that says people have to see something like 4.5 or even 5 times until they buy. So it's just an idea, a very smart idea to target them a few times with the ad again over the next days and weeks until as long as your campaign is running, and just get some sales again from them, because you know they already clicked the first time on the ad. You catch them with the retargeting pixel. Now you can target them again and again until they buy. So the conversion there is really interesting. Also, you get also good click prices because it's very, very super targeted. So both is possible with Teezily here. Also, you can do, they have nice analytics in there, so you can track your sales coming over for each campaign, and they have a nice map. You see where they're coming from. And for those guys who use CPV Lab or Prosper 2.202, they can use it here. So this is maybe one of the really cool features for you to see where are they coming from. Also, they added just some weeks back the possibility. I think I don't have it here. Yeah, I explain in a few words. It's a little bit technical. I just want to add it. You can also deep target. It means, for example, you set up a campaign, and now you have in the campaign you selected black male shirt, and also you set up a female version, a pink female version. Now, typically, if you link over to this campaign landing page, you see the first design or the first shirt, which is typically the male and black. It's okay if your advertisement target only male, you link over to this, but if your advertisement target female, for example, you don't want to show them the black male versions. You want to let them see automatically the pink female version. So this is possible here now. You have something like a deep linking where you can, where all different variants of the shirt have their own URL, which you can simply link to. So this works very fine. Also, this is for the analytics is good. You can also use sub-IDs. Sub-IDs is, in a few words, a way to send over more variables here. For example, if you want to see, you have one campaign running and 5 different ads out there targeting different people, different age groups, for example, different whatever, male, female, whatever you could think about. Now you can add additional information to every URL, and in the end you see them in the analytics, and you see them which ad had been the most successful one. So this is a way to optimize it. Both is possible meanwhile. Also, they offer some live support chat, so it's always nice to chat here, and there's always somebody there. For the case not, maybe all of them are just too busy or so. I never saw this, but it could be. Then there's an offline option, so you can just leave a message there, or if you come in a time nobody's there, like well, it's almost not, but it's like 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. in the night in Europe is yeah, maybe nobody there. Then you can just leave a message, and in the morning time they come back to you. It's really nice, and I used it a few times. Really powerful. I never liked it to send a message or try to phone people in Teespring. It never worked actually for me. It just take too long. Here it's super responsive. Typically you type in and you get immediately feedback, or in less than 30 seconds or so, somebody is there, you can tell them, hey, I have a problem here, I need to change something or so, my campaign runs out, can you just adapt it or so? That works really fine. Some milestones which I could get from them on the roadmap, so new languages or more, even more languages here. Like I told you before, Polish, Danish, and so on. New products means more products. It's more apparels, like different hoodies, sweaters, tank top, one sizes. So there are way more coming here. That's cool. Also on the platform itself, messaging buyers, which is really powerful. That means people who bought from you, who bought your products, you can message them then. Then also the option that you, while you are setting up your design or setting up your campaign, you can save it then. Save draft options. Launch similar campaigns. Really like this one. If you have set up a campaign and you want to launch a similar one, you don't have to set up everything. You just can use the one you had before and modify a little bit. And also relaunch feature. That means like a campaign is running out, but there's still traffic coming in, still people coming in and want to buy it. You can set up then an auto relaunch. Well, maybe not auto, but you can set up a relaunch feature so the campaign is just relaunching and people can continue to buy. So a few pictures of the guys behind here. Young team, but very powerful, very engaged. I have to say that I was really very impressed by how fast they can implement, how fast they react. So it's really lots of passion there. Yeah, I must admit I know I don't know all of them, but I know at least this is Charles, this is the CEO, and this is the CTO, Enzo. Enzo, is it right? Maybe you can tell who are the other ones. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
So at the bottom left,
Yeah,
is the graphist. Maeva is bottom right, which she is the COO. And at middle top, it's Louis.
yeah.
He's our marketer and business developer. That's
Cool.
top right.
Yeah, top right here. Yeah, okay, I missed this one. Okay, awesome. So why Teezily? Just in a few words, lowest shirt price in Europe, best profit for you, lowest shipping cost, auto improvement of your campaigns, you don't have to wait, fast paper payout without fees, or Pioneer and Bank, 100% goal adoption, that was what I told you before. If you had too lower, if you set up your goal too low, they adapt it. Free translation design support, a 2-tier affiliate program, a 12 color screen print. It's usually 8 colors. It's only, they can do 12 colors, but only on some requests and only on big numbers. So it depends a bit with the printer. So, but usually 8 colors and full color direct to garment, which I think is really cool. I have a few designs which I never could use on Teespring before because it was just too much color. Now it's possible. Multilingual and multi-currency platform, perfect for Europe with the different countries. Tracking included or built-in tracking, and you can use some professional CPV labs or the free version was 2.0. Integrated analytics, a nice online editor, able to edit image and text. You can use, as I showed you before, up to 10 variants per campaign, even with the lowest goal. Live support chat. So yeah, I think it's really a powerful package, and I was then interested because I had this rumor all the time, and I saw a few comments which I think is not professional from this other company. I don't wanna mention the name, but you can think about it if you guys want to see and say, okay, I wanna do comparison myself, and I was then just setting up the same shirt, the same design, that means the same number of colors and so on both platforms last week. And in the end then, when I saw the numbers here, they're a little bit small, but in the end, in principle, I saw there's a big delta, which means you see 50 products here, the same profit here. I want to have 10 euro profit, and this is the end customer price, and this is the end customer price here. And this one includes the VAT. This one is the one with VAT. But if you look at the one without VAT, I know where this rumors coming from. People look at this one, and they compare them with this one, which includes the VAT. Don't forget, Teezily includes the VAT all the time. So there you say, okay, this one is cheaper, which is true, but it's not the same. It's like comparing apple and whatever, bananas or so. It's not the same. You can compare. You always have to compare on VAT level, in Europe at least. It's a different thing if you ship to US or so. But in Europe, compare VAT. Then you have to compare this one with that one. You see the difference. Just to show a few people who might then hopefully stop spreading some untrue stuff. Okay, thanks a lot. This is the end. Now, open to any questions here. I have enough time for Q&A. Just put it in the box, in the chat box, and yeah, answer is here. And I hope I can answer also questions here. So what's coming in here? Let's see. Paul was asking about, might you offer printed iPhones covers at some stage? Okay. Enzo, you know something about this? Can you tell about something about this?
Okay. So I don't see questions coming up, so you're gonna tell them.
Yeah, I gotta tell you then. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. For now, we're gonna release a bunch of products, like a lot of hoodies and a lot of new products, and maybe after we'll look into this. But it is not in the priority right now. We have to launch a lot of products within 2 or 3 weeks maximum. So maybe after we do this stage, maybe we'll look into it. But it is not on our roadmap for now.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything planned for children? Like I think there are some kind of
one size.
Yeah, smaller ones or children. I think maybe some children. What is it called? The smaller shirts or things like this, or where
one size shirts.
Yeah.
We already did some campaigns with one size shirts, and we are not sure yet if we're gonna include it in other products, but it's a feature we already have, but it's a bit hidden. We keep it actually for big sellers if they really want to, and if people like it, if it's used, we're gonna include it also.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
But it's something that we have already done actually.
If okay, cool. Yeah, Mike was asking. Great webinar. Okay, thanks. Cool. If you like it, you find it harder to convert sales in the European market in comparison to USA. Well, let me answer this. It's not harder. It's a little bit. It's like, let's say, if it took time for me to come into the US market, especially as a European guy, as a German guy, you're not familiar with all kind people living in the US are more familiar some kind of stuff in sports. So I just had to learn. So it took me time to learn the market, and the same is the TN principle. It's even I'm living in Germany, so I know a few things, but from the knowledge I learned now in the US market over the last month, simply going over here in Europe, say it's one-to-one, the same thing, it does not work. You have to learn the market again, but you know a few more things which you can test here and so. But I would say it's a similar learning curve to probably even also other countries or so. You just have to test, I mean, and see how it works. It's not hard, I would say. It's just more, you're not used to it because it's new. But the new thing is also the cool feature. You are now one of the first here. And once you find your niche, I mean, you can scale it up like in other countries or like in our, like in the US. So it's the same game in principle. It's just different parameters. So go into, do your research, go into niches, test or so. If you find one which is great, scale it up and make the big money with it. It's not a big difference. And I would say even in some countries here in Europe, I showed you before the numbers, there's lots of money there and people are hot. I mean, there's not like there might be some cultural difference in the US. It's more usual maybe to wear a t-shirt, but somebody just had a discussion about this a few weeks ago. And he asked me, is it the same in German? And I was thinking about, well, it's a really good question. Is it the same? I would say yes. You can easily search, for example, in Google and in a certain country and see what designs are out there, how many shirt shops are out there. Get ideas from there. It's just be creative. It's not that different or not that difficult. It's just as in every market, you need your time to learn the market, to come into the market, to understand what are people buying and so on. Like the example before with the country girls, they might be in other European countries also there, which I don't know. But this is something tested. I wouldn't say it's harder to convert. It's just different again, and you have to learn. Okay, Paul was thanking you for the webinar. Let's see, discount codes. To retarget people who have visited the web page or those who are leaving the page without buying, it may be a good idea to offer them with a discount code. Yeah, that's true. I think we spoke about this, and so is it on your roadmap to bring this?
Yeah, it's in the, we have put this in the campaigners wish list, and it will be developed and implemented at some point. But campaigners will be able to create a promotional code in order to give that to customers they want.
Awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, that's really powerful. Then all these kind of discount codes. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, guys, any more question here? I see lots of people still here. That's good. So obviously it was not too bad what we told them. Yeah. Put in your questions now. Everybody is here. If you don't have time now, so no problem. We're recording that webinar. I hope the recording works. You never know exactly with GoToWebinar. Sometimes it crashes afterwards. If it's working, if we convert it, we will upload it later on YouTube and put a link also again in the Teezily University group here. So you can watch it again if you like. And also if you have any questions also related to this webinar or any questions to Teezily at all, just put it in there and you get answers there. Okay, so obviously it looks like, okay, thanks again, cool webinar. Yeah, no more questions at the moment. I would say then thanks everybody for joining, everybody for investing the time listening here, and let's say from my side, thanks again, and go out, set up a few campaigns with Teezily, test it, see how well it works, and yeah, go into the European market, find your niches, find your new empty spots, and it's worth the time, and it's really, yeah, I shouldn't say that actually, but I tell you, like what I saw, it's really good. It's people are hot here and they buy. You only have to learn how to sell it to them and what niches. Okay, cool. Thanks everybody and good night. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.